So, Star Stable Online recently tried implementing dressage, and it was interesting to say the least. Full of bugs and glitches, can SSO pull off this new feature? Or what could they do better? They added this new update as part of the Equestrian Festival update. It came with Chloe, one of the bobcats, instructing you on dressage etiquette and explaining the basic rules. Once you get started, you can try a competition once a day with the routine you mastered. I will admit, I found it a little tricky, even when it was working properly. It's so annoying because this feature had so much potential. I can't help but feel like Star Stable in general could be much more challenging, and this feature was certainly unlike anything we had played before. So, where did the team go wrong? For starters, the feature itself almost never worked in my case. The main issue was when I got to the canter stage, it would mark me down for some reason unless I trotted. In addition, after the canter stage, the guideline arrows would disappear. And as we all know, the SSO team isn't exactly famous for quickly fixing their bugs, so the problem continued to happen. I often noticed when training in Jorvik stables, players would often be complaining in chat, saying things like, "The new dressage feature sucks," or "SSO, fix your game." Another issue is that it was far too basic and lacked variety. In real life, dressage is much more than trotting around in a big circle, and after the beginner stage, there wasn't much challenge in the levels after it. For example, in Star Stable Online's predecessor, Starshine Legacy, there is a stage where you do dressage playing as Anne. Not only is it much more challenging, but you have the added challenge of knocking down pots also. It made it a lot harder and interesting for players. It often feels like when making a video game, you can almost never do things right, and SSO would certainly agree. While we did technically ask for dressage, they executed it in such a way that was unsatisfactory to us players. A way this could have been avoided would have been some permanent dressage gameplay. Since this was tied to an event, it seems like the team are testing out a new feature for gameplay later on, and we did do a tiny bit of dressage on the quest with Anne where we help her train the horse she's borrowing. However, they need to fix the bugs and issues before this is released since they are very disruptive. I had to play mobile to get it to work. Anyhow, I do think there are some positives in this situation. For starters, it shows that the team are willing to listen to fans. We have wanted dressage for a long time, and since we have been doing it ourselves mostly, in roleplay, adding a competitive aspect is very good for engagement, since we did ask for it after all. It also shows that it can be done, and will probably be coming to our game someday. Anyway, whether you like dressage or not, peace batches! Hope I brought up some interesting thoughts for y'all today.